Hi guys, my name is Paul from Motif Audio. I'm going to talk about Scaler today and how I use it in my workflow. So if you haven't heard of it already, this is Scaler. It's an awesome plugin from Plugin Boutique, and version 2 has just come out, maybe about a month ago, something like that. So I'm going to take a quick look at it. Alright, let's get right into it. So I'm jamming a little bit here, so please forgive me if this is a bit all over the place, but okay, so I've got a MIDI track. Let's find it. Scaler. Help if I could spell. Ugh. Yep. Okay. So what is Scaler? Hard to say what it actually is, but it is a chord assistant tool. It allows you to play chords that you may not be able to play, or if you can play it, allows you to get ideas together and stuff like that. So basically what it enables you to do, instead of playing full chords across your keyboard, it maps all the notes of that chord to a particular key. And that's about the strength of it, but it has lots of other little clever things built in as well. It allows you to detect chords. It allows you to detect audio now, which I've not actually tried yet on this one. But I'll just do a quick dive into what I've discovered so far. So, just like Scaler 1, it has presets in. And these are the factory presets. So lots of different genres there available. This should be plenty to get you started. And it also has contributions by artists. I'm sure some of you will recognise these names here. MJ Cole. Yeah, so how does that work? Well, if we look at the song presets, and let's take a look at Future Bass and load up preset 1. What's happened there? Well, it's loaded a set of chords. You know what? It's going to help me a lot if I turn that down. And I change that to, let's just change it to a plain old grand piano for now. So I'm just triggering these chords with the mouse. And it's loaded up a chord progression there. And that progression is in D. It's also with Dorian mode. So that's a little bit off the wall, but sounds quite good to me. So let's play around with that, see what we can do. So how do we map it to the MIDI keyboard? Well, there are 3 main sections to Scaler. The first one being, I don't know what you call this, but maybe like the input section. And the second one is where it's actually gone, okay, look, you're in D Dorian, well, here are the chords that are in that key. And they're scaling up. So what you can also do is change the voicings of these chords, for instance. Or it can show you variations. So let's show us the variations that are around the tonic, which of course is the D minor. That'd be the first chord in this key. And it shows me all the different variations, so I could interchange those out. And how I would do that is I'd pull them down to this builder section here. That's basically the thing. So let's just go back up to this section and let's bind that to the MIDI keyboard. And the way we do that is we click this button here. If we wanted to bind section 2 or section B, I suppose, A, B and C, that makes more sense. We click this button here and this one for C. It's not letting me do it, there's nothing in there. There you go. So as you can see, if I bind it to section A, C2 to C3 has now been grayed out. That's because if I trigger on the MIDI keyboard over here, that octave is now those chords. Okay, so I'll tell you what, let's have a little play with them. Let's see what we can do. I'll just hide the plugin for a moment. We need a rhythm section, so let's have a quick look. What is this? Yeah, Future House. So almost as if I'd prepared. So what, let's not mess about, let's just grab this. Let's put it to an appropriate tempo. Let's just go middle of the road, 125. Oh, and I've got myself a little loop there. Let's just say 16 bar loop, shall we? Let's loop that up. Oh my word. I need to change the tempo of this. It's all to cock. So there we go. Let's turn it down. So the right levels are okay. Don't know if you can hear that, but the scaler is velocity sensitive. You can probably turn that off. Don't really know. Okay, so let's have a little play around with that progression over these loops. Yeah, I'll go with that. And I hadn't practiced before, I promise. Okay, so let's just consolidate that, Control J. Oh, I really need to get a keyboard shortcut thing that displays on the screen. I will sort that out for next time. Okay. A little bit of quantize there, never cheat. And let's turn the audio right up, the velocity. Don't know if you know that, you guys. Quick shortcut, if you press the Alt key, click on any key, you can turn them all down, up and down. Alright. So it's kind of jamming around there. You can see it's playing different lengths. Quite like this one, a little bit more staccato with the shorter chords. So actually, for now, I'm going to use that, consolidate that. Let's loop that up. Let's get it going twice there. Maybe we could do a little variation on the end. I don't know. But for now, let's just leave it like that. Yeah, I'm alright with that. So, Scaler allows you to do one or two things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this editing of the patterns and the different performances that you can actually do with the chords. But to do that, I need to sort a couple of things out. First thing is I need to get these chords down to this section. So select all them and add chords to current pattern. So they're now loaded in there. Now if I bind MIDI to C, it stays on the same octave, so don't need to change anything here. As you can see, it's just now playing down at the bottom of the screen, if you can see that. Yeah, okay. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do is that this is, if you like, my rhythm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another section now, which is, and we'll use Scaler's rhythms, but to do that I need to make just a couple of quick MIDI edits. And one thing that I'm going to do is going to hide Scaler here. I'm just going to take one note for each chord, so let's just quickly get rid of those. So every time the chord changes, that's the only note I'm keeping. Yeah. Oh, those sharp-eyed amongst you were probably going, why didn't you copy and paste it? Don't know. Alright, so I did quantize it before. Let's hit legato. Now we've just got chords changing. Let's just play that so if you see what I mean. Still kind of doing my own rhythm there. So actually what I'm going to do is let's just do an 8-bar pattern and let's do 1-bar chords. So we'll go 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and then all the way up to C3. So let's just make that a bar. Let's repeat that, knock it up, repeat that, knock it up, repeat that, knock it up. Yeah. So this pattern actually needs to be a little bit longer, so let's, I don't know, let's see. Anyway, okay. Now then transpose that up, that's all the chords. I haven't got any black notes playing, so. Okay, not very exciting, I know, but it will give us a much clearer example of how we can use Scalar's editor. So, let's open the editor. Now then, so what have we got here? Chord voicings, playback timings, and playback performances. Okay, I'm just going to close playback timings for now. We'll possibly come back to that later, although maybe not. Alright, so let's just show the basics. So let's just say, okay, chord 1, you know what, I want that down an octave. But I'll tell you what, maybe down an octave and inverted. So you get the idea. I'm actually going to stick with the default, which is up 3. So, and you can shift it semitones as well, but that will knock you out of key unless you're careful. So, you know, use with caution if you don't really know what you're doing. So let's get to the exciting bit. We have performances for each chord. So let's just say, let's click on an expression, and this expression is going to be, well, what do we have? We have performances. Now they've done it in classical music style, but the basic take home from this is slower up to faster, and slower up to faster again. So let's just say accento, and let's hear that. This is the resolution, and that means the playback speed. So that's its native revolution. However, you can double it. So let's just play that chord 1, and I'll loop it. Said I'll loop it, but I didn't. No, I did. So it's stopped playing the chord as a whole, and it's broken it up and it's given us a little pattern. So you can really get going with some of these. Let's just try that. Dark. Okay, we've also got phrases. As you can see, they're kind of, they will play whole chords in them, and they might play some of the notes of the chord, and then they'll have a little bit of melody built inside them. So again, you can have some real fun with that. So let's just try a couple of patterns. In fact, let's just repeat that pattern. I can't remember where it was now. Phrases, con amore, affable. Phrases, con amore, affable. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably killed it, to be honest, but whatever. Okay, expression, con amore affabile. I'll probably kill that as well. Sorry if you're either into classical music or Italian. Anyway, here we go. So, now that might sound a little bit bizarre. I've certainly gone away from the future house vibe, but it does allow you to, that could be a melody on top, it could be a different section, you know, once you get it into MIDI you can start manipulating it, or just give you some general inspiration. I think it's really good. So let's have a look. What are rhythms? I think you get the vibe, so I'll just loop up verse 1. So these are playing the whole chord. let's go with intermediate. Ah, now then, so rhythms, intermedio, libretto, who knows? Wonder if you can copy. Don't know. Can you? Doesn't look like it. Note for next time. Allow us to copy the performance. Rhythms, intermedio, libretto. I'm going to change it up here. I'm going to go wild. He said, and then didn't do anything. That's how wild I am. Let's go for Ma. Okay. Quite like the rest of it, don't like that. It's just a bit. Let's try that one. Could work. Okay, I'm sticking with that. So, what happens with our whole phrase? Well, you can see that that's going to change. So, I need to copy this pattern. Yeah, sorry about this. Easy keys scaler. They really need to sort that out, don't they already? Okay, where was it? Libretto, intermedia, libretto, rhythms, intermedia, libretto, rhythms, intermedia, libretto. I'm going to stick with what we've got. Fortissimo. Let's play the whole loop. Not bad. There's a couple of dodgy area around here. I thought when it changed over, I know it was here when it changed into the second half of the progression, but you get the idea. Anyway, that's a quick intro to Scaler. I'm going to have a deeper look at it next time, and I'll show you how you can get some bass lines out of it and all the rest of it. So yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, and hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.